In tonight's video, we talk about how to reduce visceral body fat.
All by myself.
Hey guys, welcome to tonight's video, and this is coming from my new office. So first of all, I want to welcome you to the new office, and this video is going to come out at a rather random time, but I was kind of looking for some inspiration for a video to do today. You see, earlier today, Stephen Bogrand came over and we got to work. We got all the entire office moved into the new office. We got all the gym equipment set up, moved out of my old garage. We organized all the stuff that's going upstairs in the storage. Above my office, there's a huge storage area. So we had a really good day, productive, super productive about getting stuff done, but it put me behind my normal tasks. And very soon I'll be back on track with my normal schedule and feeling like caught up. You know, I talk about this all the time, but I feel like sometimes to get ahead, you have to go through these like little stressful periods. That's what I'm doing right now. But I digress. Let's get to the topic at hand and let's talk about visceral body fat. And this goes out to my client, Sierra. You see, Sierra says to me, "Coach, I want to discuss visceral body fat in my abdominal region, and I'm self-conscious about it, and I'm just wondering, like, when does it go away, and this and that." And so my immediate thought was, we need to explain what visceral body fat is, because Sierra, you know, I don't think you have any visceral body fat. I mean, I guess we all have some. So what is visceral body fat? Visceral body fat is the fat in our abdominal area that kind of surrounds our organs, like our liver and stuff. And it can get out of hand. And when it does get out of hand, it's been shown to have some negative impacts on hormones in our body, right? And it makes us insulin resistant. But I don't think Sierra has the issue. I think what she's associating as visceral body fat is just perhaps a little bit extra subcutaneous fat. Now, I'm not going to show you a picture of Sierra, but she's very lean. She doesn't have a six-pack, but she's not far off. And she's in her building season, and I think she's associating the term visceral body fat with just a little extra subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous is fat that is beneath the skin. So let's talk about visceral body fat and what you can do to get rid of it. I looked it up and I wanted to have some information for you guys, and you cannot get liposuction to remove visceral body fat. It basically just states that diet and exercise will keep visceral body fat low. When I think of visceral body fat being out of hand, I think of someone that's got kind of an obese look to them. Their BMI is definitely in the obese range, and their belly seems to have more fat than the rest of their body. Like, you know, their limbs might be rather lean, but they have a protruding belly, like a beer gut, whatever you want to call it. This is just my opinion. You know, I'm not a doctor. If you're worried about visceral body fat and its effects and its impacts on you, definitely go see a doctor. But I just wanted to clear that up for you, Sierra. And so here's what we're going to do if we're concerned about abdominal body fat in the future, okay? I know the abdominal section is something that is highly sought after. The six-pack, the abs, the core, the rip, the detail really shows off that you're an athletic individual, a competitor, that you live a healthy lifestyle. If you have any lines in your core going on, it's usually a really good indicator that you're in a lower body fat level, right? Because body fat likes to store in this area. And one thing that I've learned over time is that you can, in fact, allow your body to reset and maintain a leaner physique and body composition with less effort over time. And why does this happen? You know, there's probably a lot of reasons that are kind of compounding variables. I think as we diet down each time, our bodies kind of get a diet memory, if that makes sense. Our body adapts to getting leaner. One thing I've noticed, and I kind of talked about this in my diet age video, but one thing I've noticed about myself is that each time I diet down to compete and where I get really lean, we're talking, you know, well below 10%, probably 5% or below body fat, my body is able to get to its previous leanest state a lot easier than the time before that. Now, I allow a lot of time between competitions for this to happen, right? So I'm allowing my body to kind of restore hormones, my metabolism to come back to normal. So each time I diet, I'm not putting myself in a worse and worse position, as you might do if you diet, binge, diet, binge, diet. That's where we get into problems with not being able to lose weight and being stuck with an adapted metabolism. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. What I want to talk about is how can we maintain a leaner physique? And I believe this is the way that we do it. We diet down to a nice lean body composition, and that takes work, that takes time. When we get to a place where we're struggling to get any leaner, cardio is getting higher, your activity is getting higher, calories are getting lower, and you're starting to run into some resistance, you're getting a little bit of, you're starting to get food focus, you're starting to have like low libido, worse recovery, low motivation. That's when we need to start saying, okay, is it really worth going on? Now, if you have a contest, of course, you're gonna continue on. But if you don't have a contest, maybe this is a time where you start to change the process a little bit, start to back off the cardio, raise the calories a little bit, allow your body to kind of settle into this position by adding in some more food. Does this mean you're gonna stay exactly as lean? Maybe not. But if you dropped a considerable amount of weight and you were well above your like natural set point, I believe you're going to be able to maintain that lower, lighter, leaner body composition a little bit easier. And then what we do is, when you feel good again, diet off the next few pounds that you want to lose. And you can kind of go through this cycle where you're able to maintain a leaner body composition. Now, is this 12 weeks? Is this 30 weeks? Is this a year? This might be years. For me, I feel like it's been a couple decades now that I've been really at this. And only the last 10 years. So the last 10 years, I've been competitive. I decided to compete in 2007. I competed in 2008. It is now 2017. So we're going on, for me, 10 years of competition. And I know wholeheartedly that my physique is just completely different than it was 10 years ago. I've definitely added some lean body mass. I've definitely learned how to diet properly. I've definitely put my body in a position where it stays a little bit leaner with a little bit less work, okay? So, Sierra, I hope this answers your question. I don't believe you actually have visceral body fat in a negative place. I just think you have a little bit of extra subcutaneous fat that is giving you the appearance of not having a six-pack abs. But for those that are interested, Sierra weighs 140 pounds right now, and she's taking in her off season, and she looks pretty dang lean. So good job on you, Sierra. I was just bragging about you today to my other coach, Steven. So you're doing great things, and when we come time to diet, you are gonna get shredded like this. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for me tonight. This is Paul from ProPhysique.com. It is late on Tuesday night, but I had to get a video out today. I just didn't feel like a full day without doing it. Plus I wanted to check out the new digs. Gonna have to get some lighting in here. Things are gonna change. I'll give you guys a tour of the gym and a tour of the office as soon as I kind of get a little more settled in. But for now, guys, have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.